Well, you know what's amazing? You just do, and just to teach them in that, and you don't little subtle things in a scrimmage, and it was kind of set up that way. And I didn't really talk to the guys about it. But was we set up the field position drives where the offense in the second part of the second half was going to start with momentum. Started on a short field, scored. Started with another short field, scored. And all of a sudden, the defense, they got momentum, didn't do it in the first half. We started the back, you know, the two offense had great field position first half. One offense, great field position second half. And it's amazing sometimes, just with guys, you can see that in a game, that as older guys, they'll see that and learn how to adapt and learn how to seize momentum or how to stop momentum if you're starting to lose it.
It's coming on Tyler's day out there.
A good day, you know. I mean, we're trying. Still trying a bunch of stuff with install, looking at a couple new things here and there, you know. And so it was good. A lot of learning, you know. I mean, it is, I guess, bad in some ways. You want Tyler, and I'm probably the worst culprit of it. I just want him out there competing, leave him alone. But I'm trying to coach him on the whole thing of what you want of him getting in that mindset. I want him being that coach on the field. I want, you know, between he and our offensive staff, all of us being on the same page and know why we're doing what we're doing and why we want to make certain calls.
Jamion and Robert continue to be good too. They're kind of standing leading that group.
That's what, you know, and you look, that's what you'd expect. Those are the two that are top returners coming back. You know, and we still, those other guys, the young guys really got to come up. You know, Joe, a couple opportunities today, you know, got to continue to improve. Fred Brown, first opportunity really out here. He'll see, had some opportunities, and, you know, he'll learn from all of those.
Run defense is pretty good there, but Josh did kind of get it going for the play.
Yeah, at different times, you know. I mean, and part of it, again, there's still a lot of, you know, not that we're done with installation, we don't have a lot of checks in and game plan in. So, you know, there's going to be plays where we got a bad defense called against a great offense that's going to hit, and then we got a bad offensive play called against the defensive play because we don't have all the game plan checks aspect of it in through the installation. We'll do a little bit more of that this week.
Do you have a final score to report for this?
Defense won 92 to 87 or whatever our scoring was, which is, you know, I mean, you get 2 first downs and a drives or 3 and outs and all of that stuff. We kind of have a different point system that we give to everybody.
I know
you guys probably know much more of the stats than I do. I'll figure them all out when I watch.
Did the slow start bother you, Dan, or did you kind of expect that going in, especially with some of the young guys in the big stadium?
No, it bothered me. You know, I mean, I think we started slow. You know, they started slow with Tyler and the O-line. That's the ones that can't start slow. You know what I mean? And even though you're not scoring a lot, you know, it's the not creating a couple first downs and moving the chains. Even if you're not going to put it in, you know, they had some bad field position. They got to be able to move the chains and flip field position. So even if we do have a slow start with points, you're always putting the defense in good position to go play. You know, keep it a low-scoring game.
I know it's just practice. Obviously, Jeff seems pretty comfortable running the defense out there.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's been a coordinator before, and I mean, he was co-coordinator for last year. You know, I mean, so it's not like everything's new for us out here. And so I would expect him to be.
Would vocal be a fair description for him?
Yeah, he's got a lot of energy, a lot of excitement. You want a defense. I want a defensive coach with that energy and that excitement, that intensity running around. But, you know, I like to see it. You know, part of the one thing we were talking to them, they had a lot of energy in the first round, talking a lot, and all of a sudden the offense started scoring a couple times. You know, I mean, and yeah, they were put in tough situations, but that's where they got to flip it then and change and make the big play.
You got a lot of young guys, you know, in this environment. You want to see them make plays, but Nico's one certainly.
Yeah, it is. You know, I guess it's hard for me to see a lot of the specifics of guys because I kind of watch that on the film when we get it. Because I'm looking at kind of the big picture. But it is, you know, I do think there's, you know, I mean, from my vantage point too, I've seen a lot of, you know, so A.J. Jefferson make a couple would appear to be good plays. But, you know, I think, I'm hoping next week's scrimmage is going to be a lot. Maybe cleaner. I mean, we got to pick up the tempo and all. Obviously, everything was kind of like slow today, but you know, much more almost a game. Like I think a lot of people got this one under their belt now, and we're ready to move forward.
A little bit more last question than we've seen in installation and during the practices, or is that not fair?
I don't know. I mean, it was just kind of what I was trying to get done today at different looks and different places. Like you see, you know what'll happen is you come out to practice and we have an installation day. And on that, there's under center plays, you're repping those over and over and over to get those taught. So sometimes it's not always going to be a true perception of what's going to happen where, you know, when you're installing some stuff one day, you might say, wow, like all under center that day, it was just because that was what was installed that day.